Hi friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss about color properties in CSS. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. The color property in CSS is used to set the color to the text, the background color of the web page, and also set the color of borders. So the color property is useful for you to set the color to the text, background color of the web page, and also color to the borders. As I said earlier, the color property in CSS is used to set the color to the text and also background color and also set the color to the borders. If you want to specify the color to the text, then you have to use the property name called color. So the color property will set the color to the text which the programmer specifies in the CSS file. For the color property, you can assign the values in 4 ways: using the name of the color, using the RGB value, hexadecimal value, and HSL. HSL stands for hue, saturation, and lightness. Now let me discuss how can you assign a value to the color property using the color name. You can specify directly the color name like blue, green, yellow, white, black, etc. So the best way I can write it is that, suppose let's take that you want to assign to the tag called h1. So you need to write h1 tag, and then you need to use the color as a property, and you can specify the color name. Suppose let's take that I want to assign the color name as red. Then I need to use the h1 tag and color property, and the value I can write it as directly red. So the red color will be assigned to the text where it is there in the h1 tag. Similarly, if you want to assign to the color to the h2 tag, then you can write h2 color property, and then you can give the color name as yellow. So in the web page, whatever the content is there in the h2 tag, all the content will be displayed using the color called yellow. So you can assign a value to the color property directly with the help of color name. If you want to assign value for the color property using the RGB value, where R stands for red, G stands for green, B stands for blue, the color will be assigned to the text by using the range of these values. This RGB, in RGB, R value can be from the range from 0 to 255, G value will be in the range from 0 to 255, blue value is also in the range from 0 to 255. So you can assign the value to the color property using the RGB also. If you want to assign, the simple way is that you need to use the color property name, and then you need to write RGB, and then you need to specify the red value which is in the range from 0 to 255, green value also from 0 to 255, blue value from 0 to 255. Suppose let's take that I want to assign only red color. Then for the RGB, I will assign the red value as 255, green value and blue value I will assign it as 0 and 0 respectively. Similarly, if you want to assign only the blue color, then you can use the RGB 0, 0, 255. Then only the blue color will be assigned. Suppose if you want to use all the RGB colors, and let's take that I'm using the value as 100, and then 100, and then 100, then a color will be generated where the red value is 100, green value is 100, and blue value is also 100. So a unique color will be generated with these 3 combinations. So like this also you can assign a value to the color property. Next we will discuss how can we assign a value to the color property using hexadecimal value. It represents the value of color in hexadecimal format. In an hexadecimal, you know that the minimum digit is 0 and the maximum digit is F, because in hexadecimal we will say it is a base 16 format. If it is a base 16 format, the smallest digit is 0 and the maximum digit is F, where F stands for 15. Because you have 0 to 9, then you will have A for representing the 10, B for representing 11, C for representing 12, D for representing 13, E for representing 14, and F for representing 15. So it represents the value of the color in hexadecimal format. It should start with the prefix hash. Suppose if you want to use the color name, directly you can give the color name. If you want to assign the value using the RGB, then you need to provide RGB. Inside that one, you need to specify the red value, green value, and blue value. Suppose if you are assigning the value for the color property using hexadecimal value, always you need to use the prefix hash. Then you need to assign the values. In that one, first two numbers represents the red color, next two digits will be representing for the green, and next two will be representing the blue color. Suppose let's take that if you want to assign the red color, then for the red you need to use 2 F's, green 2 zeros, and blue 2 zeros. So like this you can assign the value to the color property using hexadecimal value. Now we will discuss how can we assign a value to the color property using HSL, where HSL stands for hue, saturation, and lightness. The range of the hue will be from 0 to 360 degrees. In HSL, if you want to give the hue value, you need to provide the value from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. Saturation means the gray effect. It will be in the range from 0 to 100%. Similarly, lightness means the effect of light, which range from 0 to 100%. So, in HSL, H stands for hue. The value of the hue you need to provide from 0 to 360 degrees. Saturation means the gray effect. It ranges from 0 to 100%. Lightness means the effect of light, which is in the range from 0 to 100. So you need to provide the HSL, and then you need to provide the hue value, and then saturation value, and then lightness value. So like this you can use the color property, and then you can assign the value using the HSL. Now let me discuss all these concepts practically with an example so that you will understand the concept in a better way. So I will go to the desktop, and then I will open the CSS files, and then I will create the new text document, and I will write it as color.html. And then I will click on yes, and then I will open this color.html with Notepad++. And then I will write the HTML document. So I will write doc type HTML, and then you need to open the HTML open tag and then HTML close tag. And in the HTML tag you will have two main tags. One is the head tag and the body tag. The head tag is useful for you to display the title of the page. If you want to provide any CSS styles, you can provide it. If you want to provide any metadata like that, you can do with the help of the head tag. Now whatever the content has been displayed on the web page, that content should be enclosed inside the body tag. So I will open the head tag and then close the head tag. In the head tag I will write the title, and also I will use the internal style sheet. So I will open the title tag and I will write color properties in CSS. And I will close the title tag, and then I will open the style tag, and then I will write type is equal to text or CSS. When we have discussed about the style sheets, we can provide the style sheets in three forms. One is the inline, internal, and external. Here I am using the internal style sheet. So I want to assign a color property to the h1 tag. So I will write the tag name, and then I will write color property, and then I will assign the color value directly using the color name. So here I am using the color as red. So whatever the content you want to display using the h1 tag, the text will be displayed in the red color. If you have a doubt, let me open the body tag, and then I will close the body tag, and then I will use some h1 tag. and here I will write Parnika tutorials, and then I will close the h1 tag. Let me save this one, and then I will go to the desktop CSS, and then I will go to the color.html, open with Google Chrome. And now let me refresh it. What happened? The content has not been displayed. Let me save this one. Oh, we forgot to close the style tag. Let me close it. Okay, so we have opened the doc type HTML, opened the HTML tag, and we have closed the HTML tag. Inside the HTML tag, I have opened the head tag and closed the head tag. Inside the head tag, I have opened the title tag and closed the title tag. Style tag I have opened, I have closed the style tag, and body tag I have opened and closed the body tag. Now everything is perfect. Let me go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see Parnika tutorials have been displayed using the red color. Now let me assign the property using the RGB value. So I will write color is the property, and then I will write RGB. Now I want to assign the green color. So I will write 0, 255, 0. And now let me have some h2 tag in the body. So I will write h2 like, share and subscribe, and then I will close the h2 tag. Let me save this document, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can observe like, share and subscribe have been displayed using the green color. If you want to display it in blue color, then here you need to provide 0, and then you need to provide 255 value to the blue component. Then if I save it and let me refresh it, now you can see the like, share and subscribe have been displayed in blue color. Now what I will do, I will provide some 100 value to the red component, 100 value to the blue component, and also for the green component. Then let me see what will happen. Let me save this program, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can observe the like, share and subscribe have been displayed with a color where RGB we have provided 100, 100 and 100. So it is having the equal combination of red component, green component and blue component. Now let me discuss how can we assign a value to the color property using the hexadecimal value. So to do that one, I am using h3 tag. So this style is called as tag based styling because you are providing the tag name and then you are providing the property and the value. So I am using the property as color, and then I need to use the hexadecimal value, right? So you need to use the hash symbol and some 2 values for the red component. So I'm using 2 F's for the red and 2 zeros for the green and 2 zeros for the blue. Then whatever the content you are displaying in the h3 tag will be displayed in the red font. If you want to verify, please look at, please visit Parnika tutorials, and then let me close the h3 tag and let me save this one, and let me go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see please visit Parnika tutorials have been displayed in the red color. If you want in the green color, for the red component you can give the value 0. For the green component you can provide the 2 F's. Let me save this one and go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see please visit Parnika tutorials content have been displayed using the green color. Like that you can do it. Suppose let's take that I'm providing AA for the red component, BB for the green component, CC for the blue component. Then we can see how the color will be displayed. Let me refresh it. Now you can see please visit Parnika tutorials have been displayed with a color component where the red is having the same share of the green and also the blue. So like this we can use the color property by assigning the value using the hexadecimal. Now let me discuss how can we assign the value using the HSL, where H stands for hue, S stands for saturation and L stands for lightness. Then I will give the color property, and then I will use the HSL, and then I will use the values. Let me give the hue as 0, saturation as 0, and lightness also 0. Then we will observe how it looks. Let me go to the body tag and let me open the H4 tag. Hi friends, let me write it. And then let me close the H4 tag. Let me save this program, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see hi friends have been displayed in the black color, where the hue value is 0, saturation value is 0, and lightness is also 0. Let me assign some value, because hue's value you have to provide in the range from 0 to 360 degrees. Let me provide 147, and let me provide the saturation as 50%, and then lightness is also 50%. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now the content is being displayed little bit like a green color, okay, not very dark green color, light green color. So like this you can use the color property by assigning the values directly with the help of color name using the RGB, HSL, and also hexadecimal value. Now we will discuss about the background color property. The background color property is useful for you to specify the background color of an element. Suppose let's take that I'm using the background hyphen color, and then I can assign the color name directly. Suppose let's take that I'm using the yellow color. Then let me end with semicolon. Let me save this program, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see Parnika tutorials have been displayed in the red color and the background color has been assigned yellow. Like this you can use the background color property to assign the background color of an element. Now if you want to assign the background color using the RGB combination, let me try background hyphen color, and then I will use the RGB values. Let me give 0, 0, and then 255. Let me end with the semicolon. Let me save this program, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see we got the background color in the blue. So like this you can assign the background color property using the RGB also. Similarly, let's take that I want to use the background color using the hexadecimal. Is it possible or not? We can verify. RGB color is the property name. I'm using the hexadecimal, so I will write FF0000. Let me end with the semicolon. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see red color background have been displayed. So we can assign the background color directly using the color name, using the RGB value, using the hexadecimal also. Similarly, we will try, can we assign the background color property using the value called HSL. Let me write background hyphen color, and then I will write HSL, where H stands for hue, S for saturation, L for lightness, and then let me give 0, 0, 0, and then I will end with the semicolon. Let me save this program, go to the browser and let me refresh it. I think it is looking white color. Let me use some other color. Okay, 100, 20%, some 50%. Let me save it. And let me go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see a color which has been assigned to the background using the HSL. So for the color property and also for the background color property, we can assign the values in the 4 ways using the color name, RGB values, hexadecimal values, and also HSL. So using the background color property, we can cover the total element and we can use the padding and border but excluding the margin. Margin will not be covered in the background color property. And for the background color property, we have the default value which is transparent. It specifies the transparent background color. If you want to use the transparent, let me do it here. So I will use the background color and simply I will use the transparent here. Let's see what will happen. I will use the transparent as a value. And let me save this one and go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see transparent color have been applied to the H3 tag. Similarly, if you want to use the transparent color to the H1 tag, you can copy this one. Instead of yellow, I will use the background color as transparent. Then we will see what will happen. Let me save this program, go to the browser and refresh it. Now you can see transparent color have been applied. So the transparent is the default value for the background color property. I hope you have understood about the color property and background color property and how can we assign the values to the color property and background color property. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.